Now that our roof is on and feeling pretty steady, we are going to go ahead and start adding the decoration to our roof. It's one of the biggest things that you'll do with your gingerbread house. I tend to take a little icing and some mini wheats. And if you'd like, you can run a whole bead of icing right down the side and then just pick out your mini wheats and stick them right on. They go on really simply, really easily, and that gives you a very thatched looking gingerbread house roof. And you keep popping these on until your roof is completely covered. And always squeeze that one last one on there. Then you just keep doing that all the way down your roof until you're completely covered. Both sides. So we'll go ahead and we will get that done. And this is how the side of your roof will look when you have all your little mini wheats added to one side of your roof. Now we'll continue on to do the opposite side of our roof. Once the roof is done, then you can decorate the rest of your house any way you like. You can even decorate the roof any way you like. Some people like to take cookies and overlap them. This is just the way that I've always done my roofs, to give it a small cottage in the woods kind of feel to it. So we're going to go ahead and continue on with the other side of our roof and then continue with our decoration. And now that you can see, both sides of our roof are completely thatched with our little mini wheats. We can go ahead and start using our imagination and decorate the rest of the house any way we choose. You can use candy bars, you can use candy canes, you can literally use anything you like. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to start with a wreath above the door, and then we'll get to doors and windows and everything else. And then we'll add a little scene to this at the end. First, before we get to our fine decoration, it's time to change our pastry bags. So I'll go do that into a new pastry bag with a smaller tip, and I'll be right back to decorating. Now that I have my new tip on, we will get started on our front decoration. I'm going to use Kit Kats for our door. A little royal icing on the back, and just place wherever you'd like your front door to be. And then we're going to do a little wreath above the door. So again, you just use your royal icing as your glue. And just add a little bit. And you just keep going around and around to make your wreath. Keep placing your M&Ms. I'm using obviously the green M&Ms here. Just keep placing them around in a circle to make your wreath over your door. And if it's not quite round, you just move them just ever so slightly while your royal icing is drying. And there you are. You have a wreath over your door. We can go ahead and add our window to our door next. Do we want to add a red M&M for the door, or, maybe we'll add like a silver doorknob to that door. Again, your imagination is the only limit with these gingerbread houses. You can literally use anything you like. Anything that you think will look good, anything that if you want to make it look like your own home or anything, you can do absolutely anything you like. And just put a little silver doorknob right there. We'll also be edging our roof to make it look like snow has just fallen and we've got icicles and snow hanging off of our roof. And you just keep filling in your edge with your icing, making it look like snow is drifting off the roof edge. And sometimes your icing hangs on, so you just bring it back up. There's so much leeway with this. You got a lot of creativity. You can do a lot with it. There is no such thing as a mistake in a gingerbread house. You just use a little more candy if you decide you don't like it. Just go ahead and cover it with some icing or some candy, and everything's all good with a gingerbread house. So then you have now added snow to the front of your house. And I'm thinking maybe we should have, I don't know, I think we need a lamppost outside of our house. So this little lamppost here I made before. We're going to put a little snowdrift here. Essentially a nice thick piece of icing. And it's a candy cane with a little bit of fondant and a little bit of gold dust. And what we will do, so it doesn't do that and doesn't fall down, is we will make that stick right to there. And once that dries, it won't go anywhere. You've got a nice little lamp post right outside of your house. You can keep adding snowdrifts all the way around. And now I think what we will do is we may add, I don't know, let's say we add a pathway of M&Ms leading up to our door. And just take some of your icing, just like this, and then use your multicolored red and green M&Ms and just create yourself a little cobblestone path leading right up to your door. Actually, I put that little M&M side up, so we're going to take him out of there, and we're going to make sure we put it the right side down, just so the M&M doesn't have to be on the upside. A little more icing in there. Now we'll stick a new one right down there. I'm sure somebody around here won't mind having an M&M with a little royal icing on it to eat. And as I say, you have full reign of creativity on these gingerbread houses. You can make them any way with any kind of candies you like, anything at all. The sky is the limit with something like this. It takes a little bit of time, but sometimes this is also a fun family project. Like if you have family coming over or you have kids and they want to help. I've had groups of teenagers here at my house that have made gingerbread houses together, and you'd be surprised how interesting some of the gingerbread houses come out. Some are farms, some are, I had a Walmart built one time and it was very interesting, but they had so much fun building their own gingerbread house and being able to take it home with them. And it's just a fun activity for this time of year. There's actually even gingerbread houses that you can build for Halloween, and you can make them nice and spooky. You can do anything with them. Really, you can make Easter houses, bunny houses, you name it. You can do anything you want with these. And it's just what makes it so fun, because you have free reign to do anything you like to do with them. There, now we have our pathway done. So now I think we're going to move on to the sides of our house a little bit before we do final decoration in our scene. So I'll get set up for our sides of our house, and then we'll be right back. Now we're going to add a couple of windows to the sides. Just make them like small little cottage windows. And you can get very elaborate with this as well. These are just basic, simple little windows. But you can even cut these windows while you're baking your cookie. And if you want to do something like that, then what you do is if you cut your hole for your window, you can go ahead and melt sour balls or hard candies such as Jolly Ranchers. You melt them on a piece of parchment in the oven and allow them to come out as a big smooth piece, and you can actually insert them from the inside into stained glass windows. You can make all your little cottage windows look like stained glass. It's pretty interesting, and I have done it. It takes a lot more time to melt down Jolly Ranchers to do that, but it's certainly something you can do if you want to make them look a little bit more special. I think our little house here needs a little bit of lights on the front of it. So we are going to hang a little string of lights. And we're going to add some little Christmas lights to the front of our house. Every front of a little house needs a few Christmas lights. So what we are going to do, now that we have our string there, we're going to take our little sprinkles. We're just going to hang them from it. And we will put little Christmas lights on our house. We'll drop a few, and that's okay. You're working with tweezers. It's not always easy. Yeah, and then we have our little string of lights along the front of our house. You can take out the little pieces here and there that you lose, or leave them in there to enjoy sometime later. It's never a problem. So now we are going to finish our scene. I'm going to put up a few Christmas trees, and we're going to add a bow to our wreath and finish our snow edging. So I will probably work on some of that and come back and show you exactly how it looks.